Hi friends, MD Vegan. I make a nice dessert today. Well, it could be a breakfast too, but it's more like a dessert. It's so delicious. And it's with raspberries. Here I have frozen raspberries. I might show you. It's a whole bag. I can get these very inexpensive, even in the health food shop, all through the year. And the fresh ones, of course, I always prefer, but these ones are so inexpensive. And look at them, they are so delicious and yummy. I thawed them for this recipe, a little bit. I made just a bowl of hot water, put the whole plastic bag into the bowl in the water, let it sit for a while until they thaw. That's all I need to do now. And usually I would make a dessert like this, for example with strawberries, and recently, yummy, yeah. I put the strawberries and blend them with bananas and nuts and so on. And that's so nice. But when I do the same thing with raspberries, there's a problem because the seeds of the raspberries, they can become a little bitter. So big chefs, you know, from the video, from the TV and everywhere, what they do, the gourmet chefs, the so-called star chefs, they would press the raspberries, even the fresh ones, through a sieve to get the seeds out. They do that all the time, and they have a special mechanic procedure for that. Yeah, I could also do that to avoid the bitter flavor of the little seeds, especially when you blend them. You don't blend them. I keep the seeds, and of course I can feel them in the teeth. But I mean, who wouldn't like to eat a raspberry despite the seeds? But if you put it in a recipe, it's different. And so the seeds can be in there, but blending them, and I say that can make it a little bitter. To avoid that, I just don't blend them. And the raspberries are so soft, yeah, also frozen or thawed and fresh. Both are very soft, and you can easily press them. So I begin with pudding or with the cream. I make that with banana. You have 4 bananas or so, ripe, of course, as you can see. And here, walnuts. Yeah, I tried these walnuts before, right now, before I made it, and I noticed they are not bitter. Sometimes you buy a walnut and you taste that it's bitter because it's a little bit older maybe, yeah. And if it's so, you just soak them for a couple of hours. Walnuts soak a little bit longer. You can also soak them overnight, yeah, if you want. But these don't need to be soaked. They are not bitter at all. So for me, that's actually the only most important reason to soak something, because of the flavor and the texture. So I put the bananas into the blender, put the walnuts, a handful or so, not too much. The cream should be nice and creamy, not too thick. Yeah, I can always control with a little bit of water if I want to, but for now, the bananas will make it runny, the walnuts a little bit more creamy, and I add some dates. And that's important in this recipe because of the raspberries. Because the raspberries, here you see that 5 or 6 dates, yeah, pitted dates, 5 or 6 of them, they go together with a blender. And I blended here bananas with the walnuts and the dates, and then I show you the rest. So one important thing I wanted to know today is the thing with the seeds of the raspberries. So I will not blend them in this recipe because they can turn bitter with blending. The other thing is the walnuts. They're the special thing with the walnuts. The walnuts have a different flavor than almonds, for example. with the raspberries, with the strawberries recently, I used almonds. Now with the raspberries, I would rather use walnuts. I mean, it's totally up to you in the end which kind of nuts you combine with the fruit and what have you at hand. I have always a variety of nuts at home. I try to, because they have different flavors and different textures, and I can combine them with different fruit to find a special harmony. To me, it seems now raspberry might actually be better with walnuts. So that's why I took walnut today. Let's see how it tastes. Nice. Oh, so good. Okay, oh, wow, very nice. I show you, but as it is a little bit creamy, it wouldn't just run into the blender, into the bowl. I take my little scraper and scrape it out of the blender into the bowl, where I will combine it with the raspberries. So that's easy. I'm tempted to mention what are the advantages of this blender, especially. One of the things that made me buy it was the size. Yeah. I wanted to have a high-speed blender. I wondered which one would be nice. And I have worked with some different high-speed blenders before, so I knew them. And there was one problem I always had with blenders. For example, if you make a cream like this one, and this especially creamy one, then you have some problems to get into the bottom of the blender with the scraper, because they are too small down here. And this blender has the advantage that it is large down there, so it's easier to get down there, to reach down there with the scraper and get everything out. Especially when these nuts creams, yeah, they're so precious, so expensive. And nuts are expensive, of course, we know. So you don't want to lose too much. Yeah, I showed you the cream. It's a wonderful cream. I like these combinations, blending bananas with nuts makes these wonderful silken textures, so delicious. And here with the dates together, awesome. I could eat this as is, but I will refine it with the raspberries. I show you the raspberries here, and I put them I just put them in a little bit frozen. There are some a little bit frozen. It doesn't matter. I will keep some maybe for decoration. Here, just some to decorate with, the top in the glass. Yeah, that's all. And they will melt down pretty quick in the cream. But I don't have to blend them now. Yeah, because of the seeds and the bitter flavor. And there's no problem here to do this. And there is one more ingredient I want to put in. And these are some dates I cut into small pieces, and they will go together with the raspberries into my cream. Yeah, so I have 3 parts again. I have the raspberries, I have the cream, and the dates. And that's what I have. Looks so yummy. I put it into a glass. Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. The glass is filled. And you have this wonderful dessert. Nothing bitter in there. So, and some more raspberries on top to make it nicer. It's always nice to have a decoration here. Always looks nice. See, that's how easy it is to make a nice dessert. And we have so many different fruits, and they are all. Many of them are available. The berries, the best of the fruits are the berries to me. There's no doubt. Mangoes, mangoes come close. And when I think about papaya, okay, I stop it. Okay, I love berries. Okay, that's cool. And most of the berries, they are available in frozen form all through the year. Pretty inexpensive. So, and that's how easy you can make such a nice recipe anytime. If you like, thumbs up. And if you like even more, subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. And you get another recipe every single day. Oops. And you find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.